I was having some thinking last night. I was thinking about levels of energy and how everybody seems to be very tired all the time, especially if you're not a kid. And I want to know how to improve my own levels of energy. How can I be more jolly, more happy, more energetic? How to have more, you know, oomph, let's say, or just be in a mood that is very conducive to another type of energy. Because I feel like my energy is always low, and I feel like everybody else around me has even lower energy. And it is very important to understand how to bypass this energy and access the higher energy levels. And I'm not talking in a woo woo spiritual stuff way. I'm talking into a practical way. I was thinking maybe, of course, everybody knows about cold showers and sport, and but the problem is that those things are very, they give 1%, 2% more energy. They don't give 100% more energy. And I do think it has to do with emotions. It has to do with just like, think of all the times that you've been able to have this frenetic, this intense energy about you. It was either when you were ecstatic, happy, and just beaming with light, or when you were super angry, at least for me. So, or in an argument. Why do we have so much energy to have arguments? Why don't we get tired to have an argument? We get tired after the argument when we realized how much time and energy we've spent, but during the argument we don't. And it's like it's a switch inside our brain. When we have energy, expand energy, and then when we feel the lack of it. And it's crazy how interesting that is. And it's it feels like almost everybody is in the second mode where they just are tired all the time. I just want to be not tired anymore. I want to have energy. I want to move. I want to, you know, become this kind of person who's super energetic and frenetic and just can expand a lot more energy, because we tend to conserve the amount of energy that we have, and we are expanding because we feel like it's not worth it no matter what. And I don't think that's the way to do it. I think the way to do it is to expand as much energy as you can without burning out, without feeling tired. How do you get to just be able to expand a lot of energy without feeling tired? And I'm not talking physical energy. I'm just talking like just moving a bit around, like not really. You have to be like, I think it has to do with being very, very efficient. Like if you have a lot of weight on your mind, on your emotional state, it's very hard to move quite fast and be, you know, nimble. I think solving this problem for myself is quite important. I've solved the problem with motivation and with productivity. And now I think it's time to solve the problem of energy. The problem of motivation and productivity, I solved it by having. I know it sounds boring, but it's by building habits. But I've built them in a very smart way. I found this super easy solution to do 1 minute short bursts of work of whatever I want to do, and then just do it 10 times, 20 times a day. It takes 10, 20 minutes if you do 1 minute. And it's super easy to build a new habit in like 3 or 4 days. So it's, and you become unstoppable. You just don't even think about it. You just do the thing that you want to do, and it's super easy. And now I want to focus on levels of energy. I want to feel as if I'm not burnt out anymore. As if I'm not, well, I'm not really burnt out. I just have this hum, this tired hum, like a refrigerator, just in my, in the background of my mind, just being like derpy. It's not like I cannot expand and be lively, but I want to be more. Like it feels as if I am sleeping. Most of the time, I'm like, you know, it's not it's not as if I'm just this jolly, happy, interesting kind of person all the time. But I know identity change is quite difficult. I used to be very, very energetic and frenetic and all over the place. And I've noticed that that's crazy. But I've noticed that most people who are, including the way I was, it's because they have irrational beliefs. I've noticed that high energy levels is very tied with irrational beliefs. I don't know why. Like they believe in things that are not there, basically. Or at least we believe that they are not there. But when I used to believe in The Secret, I used to have so much energy and I was like beaming with let's be honest, with delusion. But when I used to believe in magical things and the law of attraction and The Secret and stuff, things like that, I used to have this just a lot of energy. Well, I ended up in the hospital because of coffee and energy drinks. So, not really. But I remember how everything was like super intense. And I just had a lot of energy. I wasn't doing a lot, I was just working 10, 12 hours a day. But I don't know. I was working for someone else, so I had a lot of money. If I work for myself for 10, 12 hours, I don't have a lot of money. So the thing is, you have to, well, I have to solve this for myself. I have to solve this energy crisis inside myself because it zaps me. It I think my brain uses these feelings, these burnout feelings, to negotiate with me to make me not want to do stuff. Like, I feel resistance towards things that I don't want to do, but I need to do. And it is only towards those things. My brain has no problem doing things that I don't need to do. And it's stupid. It's actually stupid to feel resistance towards the things that you need to do, and no resistance towards the things that you don't need to do but are nice, and not nice but productive as well. Like, I found myself just painting other I had commissions, and I was painting on other things instead of the commissions and putting aside the commission. I was it's why would you why would you do that? You don't have to do those things. You need to do this thing. It's like I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm painting. Why am I painting this instead of that when that is required and it brings me money? It is absolutely crazy to think about it, to realize that I was doing this to myself. And it's just because I was, whenever I would think about starting that other thing, that other project, in this particular example, it was a painting, I would just feel zapped of energy. And it's weird. It is truly weird. I think it has to do with unknowns. It had some particular unknowns that were making the whole situation a bit difficult in my head, because I didn't know, my brain didn't understand how to solve those problems. So it turned the whole project into an impossibility in my mind, because I cannot explain how to solve that problem. But I couldn't explain how to solve that problem, or my brain couldn't explain how to solve my problem, that problem of the painting, because it wasn't painting. If I was painting on the canvas, I would know how to solve the problem, because I would encounter that problem. So unknown problems seem to really zap your energy, because you are so much more afraid of the unknown rather than the known. And yeah, it's my solution to this until now was to just jump into the work, and it works. But sometimes you just avoid it so much that you don't just jump into the work. You're just avoiding it all the time. And I've avoided, like, even for 6 months making a commission. I was just telling the client, it's going to be, I'm still working on it. You want a good painting or a bad painting? Like, if you wait for it, it's going to be better, even though I did it in just a few days. So, yeah, we tend to delay things that have resistance tied to them. And I don't know how to solve that, because that resistance zaps your energy. And the more you put the task aside, the less energy you have, because that task is always in the back of your mind, creating stress, background stress, I like to call it. Yeah. So we'll see. Today was a very long day. I made 2 courses because my editor surprised me by delivering every course that I give him. The 6 courses that I gave him, and now I had to make two more because I kind of slacked off, even though I said I was going to do one course every day, but I didn't. So I didn't have the six ready for him to edit. So now I have just four, and I'm meeting with him tomorrow, and I need to do two more, but I'm giving him the intros for the courses to edit because I have 11 intros, and that can be a good deal as well. Let's see if I get a good price. It depends on the price of what he charges me for the edits. And yeah, we'll see if that's going to be a deal or if I'm just going to give him the six courses and maybe tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I'm going to give him the six courses to edit the rest of the while. I don't English today. I cannot English. I went outside, I meditated, and then I got the messages from him. I was actually planning to do both meditations outside because I'm enjoying filming and meditating outside and being out in the sun. It's such a refreshing thing to do, to be able to create and be productive even outside and stay with Sophie in the park and have some fun. I did some shopping, some online shopping. I spent about $80. I got a new timer, which is very nice. I really enjoy having a timer, a dedicated timer. I got a wireless blender that doubles as a sports bottle, which is also amazing because I like to drink vegetable smoothies and I haven't drank any in like a year and a half. So I will start doing that to get some more healthy veggies. And I got a stapler, a motorized stapler, just because I have carpal tunnel. So that stapler, just the manual one, kills my forearms for days. That's why I had some pain in my forearms. Also, because I went out, I got drunk, and I started arm wrestling with a friend. So that was a pain as well. Well, multiple people joined. So we had a wrestling match, an arm wrestling match. And yeah, it was a strain on my hands. And I'm trying to mitigate that by doing some sports and being a bit more active. I'm doing push ups every day, I'm doing squats and other types of exercises, and just calf raises and all kinds of things. I was thinking of buying a kettlebell. I might be doing that soon. And unfortunately, I bought a pack of cigarettes just because I wasn't feeling like making courses. So I was feeling bad. So I went and bought a pack of cigarettes. And then after I smoked two cigarettes, I started working on the courses. So I don't know. It might be good, it might be bad. It's always bad. I made two beautiful courses, well, they're both landscapes, but very different. And tomorrow I need to meet with my editor and also I need to make two more courses for him. Well, for him to give him to edit. And I'm trying to lower the barrier from having 30 courses to doing about 23 courses just because I'm way out of ideas. I don't know what to paint anymore. My ideas are just nowhere to be found. So I either need a break or to just make 23. I will have, if I make 2 courses tomorrow, that will be 5 plus 12. That's 17. So I need to do another 6 on top of the 2 that I'm going to do tomorrow, probably, hopefully. And that's all for tonight. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.